Hare Krishna. So, thank you all for joining. We'll start with the Mangalachan prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiret Nastapráyeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum militam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Who is making noise? Who is making noise? Okay. 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 So welcome all for Bhagavatam discussion. It's a wonderful activity a human being can do is reading Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam. Thank you all for giving us this opportunity. I think today we have one new guest. Shubha Mataji, are you there?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Long
Krishna.
time.
After long time.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danda Pranams.
Thank
Welcome
you,
to you.
Prabhu. Hope you're doing good.
Yes, you were there in the morning regular, but evening first time.
Yeah,
Yes.
evening I used to have these calls, so sometimes it becomes
Yeah.
too much, no, like that.
Thank you so much. So
Yeah.
we'll continue
It's
reading.
our presence and association,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. So we'll continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 19th chapter, verse 8, right, today?
11,
11,
Prabhuji.
sorry, 11. Okay, sorry.
Prabhuji.
Okay, go ahead, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. अन्ये च देवऋषि ब्रह्मऋषि वर्यः राजऋषि वर्यः अरुण आद्यः च नाना आश्रेय प्रवरान् समेतान् अभयर्च राजा शीर्ष
Yes.
वबन्दे वबन्दे Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace,
Yes.
is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Translation. There were also many other saintly demigods, kings, and special royal orders called Arunadayas, a special rank of Radharishis from different dynasties of sages. When they all assembled together to meet the Emperor Parikshit, he received them properly and bowed his head to the ground. Purport. The system of bowing the head to the ground to show respect to superiors is an excellent etiquette which obliges the honored guest deep into the heart. Even the first grade offender is excused simply by this process, and Maharaja Parikshit, although honored by all the rishis and kings, welcomed all the big men in that humble etiquette in order to be excused from any offenses. Generally, at the last stage of one's life, his humble method is adopted by every sensible man in order to be excused before departure. In this way, Maharaja Parikshit implode everyone's goodwill for going back home, back to Godhead.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. So we all know that the background, Parishit Maharaj been cursed by Shringi, the Samika Rishi's son. So when this Parishit Maharaj got this news from Shamika Rishi, he decided to go to bank of Ganga. It's mentioned here, but Prabhupada says based on Jiva Goswami says bank of Yamuna. So whichever it is, but he renounced everything. He renounced everything and came back to the bank of river, and that's where the all the great personalities all over the universe, not just the material world, all over the universe, different planetary systems, they all appeared there. Now here is said that they all appeared to see the emperor, not even Sukdev Goswami. See, Sukdev Goswami is a great personality. Sukdev Goswami, when he appeared, everybody woke up and stood up, like including Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, they all stood up and gave Vyasasana to Sukdev Goswami. But here, equally, they respected King Parishit, because King Parishit was not an ordinary person. King Parishit had seen the Supreme Lord when he was in the womb. Krishna himself saved King Parishit when he was in the womb from Brahmastra of Ashwatthama. When Uttara was crying for Krishna, that's the time Krishna came as his thumb and saved Parishit Maharaj in the womb of Uttara. So that's a great personality. Now the great personality who are all came here, so many demigods, so many kings, so many royal orders, so many sages, they all appeared there. With like yesterday we discussed, there was no the broadcast WhatsApp message or viral YouTube messages. They all got message of Lord. See, that's how Lord arranges. This many of us would have experienced. Something happens, immediately connect. I can give you one live example. Here, Saurabh Prabhu Mysore is here. Our Mariappan Prabhu had visited Mysore temple, and they were talking. I mean, I don't know. So I just called Mariappan Prabhu. Immediately, they were there together, and Saurabh Prabhu, Mariappan Prabhu, they were planning to call me.
Ji Prabhuji, right.
See how Lord arranges, we don't know.
Right.
We never knew each other, right?
Yeah.
So Lord connects so nicely. I mean, just one example. Like this, so many examples in our life you see. Lord arranges, Lord connects one to one. Where, how, we don't know. I mean, daily we are experiencing that. So here, that's the reason our dependence on Lord is so important. I may have little knowledge, I may have little, skill set, but without Lord's mercy, that's of no use. Now, Parishit Maharaj, the emperor, he himself is showing it to the world that even though he's such a great personality, now he's bowing down to the all the sages. Prabhupada says this system of bowing down to the ground shows respect to superiors, the excellent etiquettes. But today's young generation, if you tell them to, no, why should I bend? One of the Prabhu in ISKCON says, bowing down, sir under means surrender. If anyone want to learn to surrender, first sir under. I mean, Hindi, sir means head. Head should be down. Then
Uh,
only he can surrender. And we are thinking about going back home, back to Godhead. What we are supposed to do there? We are supposed to, respect all the personalities there. And if you don't practice it here, how can I practice there? It's not possible. I'll not be even allowed to enter. So that Prabhupada says that's the etiquette we have to practice, the surrender practice. Whom do you surrender? Sometime we may say, I'll surrender to Prabhupada, I surrender to my Guru Maharaj, I surrender to Krishna. Yes, we all do that because they are not in front of us. We have to surrender to the people in front of us. We have to surrender to people with whom we work together. We are surrendered to people with whom we negotiate a deal with a daily basis. Because that's where real problem is there. I can surrender to big people, my Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, or seniors, yes, sannyasis. But can I surrender to my fellow devotees? Can I surrender to people with devotees with whom I work? Very difficult. My ego will be so, big. Why should I? But here Parishit Maharaj showing it to the world. Surrender, because Krishna demands Sarva Dharma Parityajya Mam Eka Sharanam Vraja. Ham to Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaya Masuchaha. He says, it demands, please surrender to me. Only then I will take care of you. I'll take all your sins and don't worry. But if you have to surrender to Krishna, I have to surrender to everyone else. Krishna says, my devotees are not my devotees. My devotees, das, 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 dasanu, dasa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that is my devotee. So we have to learn to practice to surrender. That's why the devotee care helps. This is where we are supposed to practice. That's what Prabhupada has taught us. We have to care for our fellow devotees. We have to actually not just care, we have to surrender. We have to be obliged our fellow devotees. Then only the cohesive or harmony can develop in a society, any diverse society for that matter. So that is what the crux of our, kind of success. Prabhupada in the last sentence says, every sensible man in order to excused before departure. Now, before we leave this body, we should get excused or get forgiveness for all my offenses from all devotees. Because if I offended even a single devotee, I may not be allowed to enter Golok Vrindavan or Golok Dham. So if my goal is go back to Godhead, I should be excused. I should be forgiven by everybody, and before my departure. But I don't know when is my departure. My departure could be very next moment. So I should be practicing it every day, every moment. That yes, I should seek forgiveness from every devotee. I should not offend anyone, because any moment I can go. Any moment Yamaduta, Vishnudutas will come. So I should be prepared for. That's exactly Parishit Maharaj says. Now, see, and many times when we travel, suppose going on, say 2 years for America or something, we go around all the friends, say goodbye and this asking forgiveness. Now, going back home or leaving the body means I'm going forever for good. So how should I behave? Ante Narayana Smriti, Acharya says that, and that's the Smriti I should come. It would come that I should always practice this Vaishnava Seva and Vaishnava etiquette and avoid Vaishnava Aparadha. This is the key. That to whom you offend, I will not offend somebody staying far away, because we have no dealings. I'll offend the devotees with whom I work, my satsanga devotees or my fellow devotees, with the temple devotees, because with whom I deal with that. That's where I should be very, very careful. So that's where I should be very, very, extra careful, so that my departure becomes successful. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll read the next.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, who's supposed to read 12?
Prabhuji, please
12.
continue. Continue, please.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, bro. Yeah. Go ahead.
Text 1.19.12. Anye cha devarsi.
12, no?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 1 second.
Shukaha. Yeah.
1.19.12. Sukha upavistesu ata tesu bhuya krita pranama swa chikirstam yat
Shall I read,
vijna.
Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji.
Sukopavishteshva atateshu bhuyaha kratapranamasva chikirsitam yat vijñapayamasa
चेता उपस्थितोग्रे विगृहीत हानिहा. Yes, Prabhuji, please read.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace Vishwaguru A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada J.
Jai.
Translation. After all the rishis and others had seated themselves comfortably, the king, humbly standing before them with folded hands, told them of his decision to fast until death. Purport. Although the king had already decided to fast until death on the bank of Ganges, he humbly expressed his decision to elicit the options of the great authorities present there. Any decision, however important, should be confirmed by some authority. That makes the matter perfect. This means that the monarchs who ruled the earth in those days were not irresponsible dictators. They scrupulously followed the authoritative decisions of the saints and sages in terms of Vedic injunction. Maharaja Parikshit, as a perfect king, followed the principles by consulting the authorities even up to the last days of his life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is again wonderful instruction for practicing devotee like me. After rishis and others had seated themselves comfortably. Now, here also, whenever any guest comes or any senior comes, there are some basic etiquettes that, welcome them. Like a previous words we read, even if the enemy comes, we should not give him a feeling that you entered enemy's house. Prabhupada gives many examples, like in Mahabharata also, the Jarasandha and Bhimasena, they were so enemies, but during the day they'll fight, but evening they were together. Or here Prabhupada also says that even if an enemy comes, you should welcome them nicely with the sweet words, some glass of water, and a nice place to sit, and make them comfortable. Here also, when these great sages, great personalities come, Parishit Maharaj stood up and requested them to take their seats comfortably. And then, with a folded hand, he expressed his decision. So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, King Parishit need not ask their permission because he has already decided, because he has been already cursed by Shringi. He is going to die. He has no choice. But he seeks their permission. Prabhupada says, this is the etiquette. Asking seniors or opinion, permission before doing. That makes your decision perfect. Like, it's like we are getting approval. Even though we don't ask, we don't need approval, but that's etiquette. When seniors or elders approve, it's Krishna's mercy. That's why whatever the decision make, even though you are planning to make some festivals, I may have so many things, but I always consult others. I mean, I'm saying I should. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I should consult seniors. I'll take their blessings. Yes, can I do like this? That blessings will help. That's exactly here Parishit Maharaj. He's humbly expressing the humility in which he's expressing that, yes, I'm going to die within 7 days. So I'm going to fast. So that's why Prabhupada says that should be confirmed by some authority. When the authority gives, that's the words of Krishna. I think I would have told this earlier also. This is one real incident. When we were in Abu Dhabi, there was one devotee with us. He had got a job, very, very big job, compared to the current salary, 3 times salary, the big facilities, everything very nice. So he was so happy. He was, calling everybody and informing that I got this job. When his Guru Maharaj came to Abu Dhabi, he went and told his Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, I got this job, my current salary is so much, I'm going to get this salary, all those things. Is Guru Maharaj just heard everything. After hearing everything, he said, do not join. You're shocked. Even not only he, everybody shocked. Guru Maharaj is only one word, do not join. Now, he was depressed, such a big job. My Guru Maharaj says, don't go. But just to respect his Guru Maharaj, he didn't join. He continued the current job. But within 2 months, that company where he's supposed to join is collapsed, it become bankrupt. It came in the big newspaper. Now, see how his Guru gave this message through his Krishna gave this message through his Guru, which is the right instructions. Because had he joined there, he would have lost everything. So that's why here Prabhupada says Parishad Maharaj was also not irresponsible. Many things he could decide, but he goes and seeks sage's permission, asks approval. This consulting authority, that is the most important in our day-to-day life also. That's why Acharya says we should use Krishna in the two ways in the house. As the smallest child and the senior most person in the house. In both way we should use. As a smallest child, because for a child we give the best. Like when mother cooks, whatever she cooks, she tests so many things, and even to the extent she tastes before giving whether it's a hot or salt is okay, everything is, and gives the best thing to child. Of course, when you give to Krishna, we should not taste. The point is that we should give best to Krishna. At the same time, we should consider Krishna as a senior most person in the house. That means we should go every day, go and report to Krishna. Every day morning, my dear Lord, I'm going to do this. Do I have your blessings? Evening, come back and report. This is what I did. So that Krishna will reciprocate. Those who from Kerala will know, Shubha Mataji will know that Trivandrum king, every day
Yeah.
he goes to King, the Lord Padmanabha, and reports.
Yeah.
So this is the etiquette. Similarly, we should practice that. We'll read one more sloka. Rajavacha.
Rajovacha aho vayam danya tamanrupanam mahatamanugraha haniya silaha rajnam kulam brahma napada sauchad turod vishristam patagarhya karma. Read Prabhuji. Marchana Asha Mataji.
Who supported it? Asha Mataji. Okay.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The fortunate king said, indeed, we are the most grateful of all the kings who are trained to get favors from the great souls. Generally, you, sages, consider royalty as refuse to be rejected and left in the distant place. Purport. According to the religious principles, stool, urine, wash water, etc., must be left at a long distance. Attached bathrooms, urinals, etc., may be very convenient Americans of modern civilization, but they are ordered to be situated at distance from the residential quarters. That very example is cited herein in relation to the kingly order for those who are progressively marching back to Godhead. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that to be in intimate touch with dollars and cents men are the kingly order is worse than suicide for one who desires to go back to Godhead. In other words, the transcendentalists do not generally associate with men who are too and more enamored by the external beauty of God's creation. By advanced knowledge in spiritual realization, the transcendentalist knows that this beautiful material world is nothing but a shadowy reflection of the reality, the kingdom of God. They are not, therefore, very much captivated by royal opulence of anything like that. But in the case of Maharaja Parikshit, the situation was different. Apparently, the king was condemned to death by an inexperienced Brahmana boy, but factually he was called by the Lord to return to him. Other transcendentalists, the great sages and mystics who assembled together because of Maharaja Parikshit's fasting unto death, were quite anxious to see him, for he was going back to Godhead. Maharaja Parikshit also could understand that the great sages who assembled there were all kind to his forefathers, the Pandavas, because of their devotional service to the Lord. He therefore felt grateful to the sages for being present there at the last stage of his life, and he felt that it was all due to the greatness of his late forefathers or grandfathers. He felt proud, therefore, that he happened to be the descendant of such great devotees. Such pride for the devotees of the Lord is certainly not equal to the puffed up sense of vanity for material prosperity. The first is reality, whereas the other is false and vain. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. This is again a wonderful instruction. Fortunate king, indeed, we are most grateful to all the kings who are trained to get favors from the great souls. Generally, sages consider royalty a refuse to be rejected and left in a distant place. So the royalty considered as a very low. Prabhupada gives example like urine or stool. You know, somebody saying bathroom like a marriage. Please don't misunderstand. Those who inside, they want to come out fast. Those who outside, they want to go inside fast. It's like a marriage. Those who are not married won't get married. Those who are married want to get out. Of course, joke, please don't take it. So here, Prabhupada is talking about the bathrooms and in olden days, people will eat at home. They go to bathroom outside. Bathrooms are distance from the house. Now, we eat outside, come inside the house for bathroom. So this has become ulta because bathroom should be distanced because it's waste should be keep away. Now the great sages will consider this royal kingdom or the wealth like a waste as a stool because they don't bother for it. We see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the King Prataprudra. King Prataprudra was a great devotee. He wanted to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He many ways, Swarup Damodar or Ramananda Rai, even Nityananda Prabhu, he requested everybody, please request Mahaprabhu to give me darshan. But Mahaprabhu said, he is a Vishay, he is a materialist, he is a king. No, I'll not meet him. I'm a sannyasi. This is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, King Prataprudra pleaded so many times with so many devotees. Finally, the devotees convinced Mahaprabhu to meet king's son, not king. When the king's son met, Mahaprabhu gave his chadar as a prasad. King Prataprudra was so happy. See, the difference here is that King Prataprudra was a great devotee and a great king. And the Mahaprabhu was staying in this kingdom. He could have requested or could have demanded. But see the mood, he was so humble. He was pleading, please give me your darshan. So, whereas Mahaprabhu was so kind of strict meeting, like especially woman and wealthy person. But the same Pratap Rudra, when other devotees are advised him after Rath Yatra, the procession, when Mahaprabhu after dancing, he get tired, he'll go to garden and take rest. So that's the time King Prataprudra removes all the royal opulences, dresses up like ordinary Vaishnava, and goes start massaging the lotus feet of the Mahaprabhu. And there he started singing Bhagavatam, the slokas from 10th canto. When he recites that, Mahaprabhu woke up. He started remembering gopis and started crying, oh, who is this? Calling out gopis and started embracing King Prataprudra. So this is the mood in which we can worship Lord. Humility is the only way my power, royalty, or wealth cannot. Our Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur's guru, Gaura Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, he was so renounced that he will even chant his rounds near the toilet, because otherwise people will come and ask for blessings. People come and please bless me, Maharaj, please bless, do this. So he doesn't want to get disturbed. So he'll go near that people use urinals. That's a place he'll get and sit and chant, because there nobody will come. Once so happened that one rich person came to Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj and said that, Babaji Maharaj, I have big house. I have so many rooms. Please come, stay in my room, stay in my house. I will take care of you nicely. Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj said, what do you think? I'm a pet dog. You can keep me in your house. If you are so interested in me, give up your house, come and stay with me here in the toilets. That's how he said. That businessman ran away from there, never come back. So that's the point is that we should not consider wealth as a real aim of a life. Aim of life is to chant the holy name and serve the devotees. That's why Prabhupada says that here the cents and dollars like worse than suicide for those who desire to back to Godhead. The wealth, like Kunti Maharani says, Aishwarya, this one, uh, high birth, high knowledge, and the popularity, beauty, all these are kind of unfortunate people, only that they cannot take up Krishna consciousness properly. That's why Prabhupada says factually he was called the Lord to return back home. So that's the here. Even though Parishit Maharaj was cursed, actually it is Lord who called him back home, back to God. And that's why it's going. It's not. We discussed earlier also. It's Lord's the will or Lord's arrangement. And also, finally, Prabhupada says we should be grateful to everybody. One who is not grateful, he'll be grateful. If I am not grateful to my fellow devotees, I am not grateful to others, I'll be grateful. So that is the understanding I should have it. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees, please share your comments. If I said anything wrong, please forgive me. Many questions, comments, please go ahead. You want to start? Maybe Varsha Mataji can start. No, Varsha Mataji, not Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Correction, Prabhuji. So our main challenge is to surrender to others, fellow devotees. So actually, ego stops it from everything, Prabhuji. So this has to be followed. We should be become as humble as possible. Then only we can break the two yoke, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vidya Prabhu Mataji. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತಾ?
Hare Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji. Sumit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So in the verses, the example is given for bowing the head. That is a symbol of surrender and respect. So in our Vedic culture, bowing one's head to the ground is not just a formality, but it's an expression of humility, submission, and reverence. And Maharaj Parikshit example is also given. Like he was a very powerful emperor, and he was respected by all the sages and the kings alike. But still he bowed to all, seeking their blessing and forgiveness, especially as he prepared for death. So that shows actually like how much spiritual maturity he had, and that he has no ego. And final stage of life, that is a time for reconciliation. So it is wise to humbly acknowledge others, even if you have held authority over them. Like even if you are senior to them, still we should seek forgiveness from all to clean our heart. And in the next verse, uh, it is written about like how the earlier the houses have bathrooms outside, but now everything has come inside. Now we are going out for eating, and inside the house we have this toilets. And about the Lord Chaitanya's warning is, it is mentioned like we should not associate intimately with materialist. That is actually worse than the suicide for the spiritual seeker. And after that, the vision of the transcendentalist, like transcendentalists think that this world is actually, it looks very beautiful, but it is just a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. And yeah, bro, that's it from my side.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Saurabh Prabhu, want to say
Hare Krishna,
anything?
Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam.
Pranam.
Thank you so much for the wonderful commentary. And one thing I got very like, during the your commentary of 1.19.11, if I commit any offense to even a single devotee, I will not allow to the gods. I will not allow to the Golok Vrindavan. It's very this very what touched me, because we also every day, every morning we in Mangalarti we use Yashat Prasad Bhagavad Prasad Yashat Prasad Nagati Kutopi Dhayam Stuvam Susa Yasasti Sandam Vande Guru Sri Charanana Brindam. So importance, significance of a guru, of a spiritual master. So whatever you think that it may be your guide, your uh, inspirational, any kind of voice, or any person do you think that he should be your guru, he's be your guide, your pradarshak. So in the importance of guru in our life, very 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 important. Huh. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. And we it's most popular क्या बोलते प्रवचन in our Sanatan culture, ये हनुमान चालीसा श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज. It's not a Sri Krishna Charan Saroj Raja, not Brahma Charan Saroj Raja, not Shiv Charan Saroj Raja. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raja. So it's the importance of Guru very much, very much important. So that, so I think if we please the Guru, God is automatically pleased. If the Guru, if we please fast to please our Guru, so everything will become very, very easy. Automatically will become very easy in each and every.
Your voice is little breaking, Prabhu. Not clear.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Shridevi Mataji, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
All the rishis, kings, demigods, all great royal orders came to meet the Emperor Parikshit. Maharaja Parikshit bowed down his head and welcomed all of them. After all the rishis and others had seated, the king, humbly standing before them with folded hands, told them of his decision to fast until death. So we should be very humble to go back to Godhead. As Kunti Maharani said, wealth, beauty, fame, riches, and all are unfortunate things for living entities who wants to be in devotional line. So that is the reason Maharaja Parikshit renounced everything before leaving, and he started fasting also. Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Prabhupada is also a very good example for renouncing everything before leaving his body. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Shudha Mataji, Shudha Vadhi, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
Pranam Mataji.
Yeah. So here you told us like Parikshit, he's going to die in a week because of the curse of sage Singhi. So he comes to the banks of Ganges. So there all revered sages and demigods, all they gather at that place because Parikshit is not an ordinary person. He's very good emperor. But due to curse, he will be dying in a week. So he will decide to fast until his death. So which is in 1 week. So, but he took the decision, but he will also take the permission from all the sages. And so here it explains like how we should be humble before elders and sages, revered persons, and all that. So Parikshit, though he's an emperor, he has taken permission from all the sages, and then he will be like giving all respects to the all the sages, and that is one part. And coming to the second this thing, like we should keep the earlier like bathrooms are kept away from the house. So, but nowadays it is not that case. So that should be like yes,
Okay.
Hare.
Okay. Yeah, Mataji. Okay.
Okay.
Shubha Mataji, want to say anything?
I've been away from this for long, so Hare Krishna, and nice to have been in part of the session. For me, yeah, of course, everybody, every individual, we need to be having a quality of humility, because a guru is someone whom we have vision, but inner vision, who is opening our inner vision? All of us need a guru. So recently we all celebrated Guru Purnima. So in that in our whatever Sanatana Dharma, we wash the legs of the Guru Acharya, and then we take that tirtha and put it on our head. So by touching the legs of your Guru, you are not losing anything. You are losing your ego, your samarpan, your surrendering. So that samarpan bhav, that is, I don't know anything. I will follow the footstep of someone who knows and who will guide me. Because like this, Samsara Sagara is a material trap actually. We don't know where we'll go after this. So to get that to the other side of that Samsara Sagara, we need the Guru to handhold us to reach that particular thing. So humility, like Parishit is a very noble soul, and he got a curse because of having put that crown on his head, that golden crown, which is
No,
having
that.
Kali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a thing that Parishit is very humble and takes fasting, and he reaches his abode on the right path. And we have to be away from. It is very difficult in this particular 21st century, especially, to be away from materialists, and we are always going down, not up, because Vishasakta, we getting association is also becoming a challenge nowadays. So I think as long as we are in a Sajjana Samsarga and with a good guru, we will be safe. We'll be safeguarded, and we will not be like we are associating with the wrong people. So that is the understanding. So
Thank you, Mataji.
prayers is that we have the Janma Janmandra Punya to get the good association, because it will not be possible for everyone to get good association. By birth, you may be born to one kula, you may not be Chandala kula also, but to get the association of a Sattvic people and to be there, you will be uplifted. So that is punya of the particular person. So we pray that we all remain in a good association. That's it, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mm.
Anything you want to say?
Yes, Prabhuji. We should welcome properly
Hmm.
whoever visit to us, Prabhuji.
True.
Yeah, and then we should get permission from seniors, both at the office level, at home, at everywhere, for any decision we make, Prabhuji.
True.
And then we should report everything to Krishna. This is not in practice to many of us, but daily we should do that. At least at night, we should tell everything to Krishna before sleeping. And
True.
the aim of life is serving the Lord and his devotees. Parikshit Maharaja is the best example for this, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Parishit Maharaja renounced everything, came to river banks. Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaja have been equally respected by all great personalities. Dependence on Supreme Lord is very important, and bowing down and surrender is the respect, is the perfect etiquette with every devotee whom I come across, and that is the crust of success. All my offenses need to be excused before my last breath. Any moment I may leave, hence my behavior and comply accordingly. And humbleness. King submitted the details and decision in the midst of great rishis and munis and requested for their permission to proceed ahead. Even though Maharaja is divinely king, he is not behaving dictatorship mood, but with all humbleness. So I must learn that humbleness and develop my mood accordingly. I must surrender and confess everything to Supreme Lord every day and seek for his approval and guidance. And bathroom, toilet used to be away from a living area in those days. That should be followed in the current this thing, but unfortunately, it is going in a different direction. King Pratap Rudra, great devotee, and his humbleness and pleading Chaitanya, that story is adding for more and more humbleness, to develop more and more humbleness. And wealth and administrative power, high knowledge, popularity, fame are all negative aspect of progressing in devotion. So I must try to get rid of all this negative atmosphere, and forgetting or negligence of gratefulness is only called as a great fool. So I should not right from Supreme Lord to up to the servant of the servant of servant of servant. I must be grateful, always expressing my gratitude. I must behave with all gratefulness. I should not become a great fool. That is the lesson I have learned, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, finally, Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
3 golden rules I have to follow, Prabhuji. This is for me: to surrender to everyone, to be grateful to all, and to be humble.
So nice. Thank you. So thank you all for joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm
Um,
Varsa here. Sorry, I was not
oh,
able
sorry.
to unmute. I
Sorry,
was stuck.
sorry. Yeah,
No, nothing,
sorry.
Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. I was listening, but I was unable to unmute.
Yeah, sorry, no problem. Okay.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhyacha paditana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo anantakoti vaishnavvrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow, same time.
Thank you
Hare
for the
Krishna.
class.
Thank you.
Pranams.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Pranams.
Friday we'll have a special class by His Grace Govardhan Gopinath Prabhu, 7 to 8. Sorry, I think 7 to 8, I think. Yeah. So he's talking about preparing our mood for celebrating Janmashtami. So